Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. A lot of you guys are in the PayPal plays, whether you got the plays from me or whether you got it directly from Jesse on Twitter. One thing that I've been learning from Jesse or trying to mimic is his technical analysis. You know, it really bothers me when somebody knows something and I don't know in the most respectful type of way. So I'm learning these things. And if you've noticed, Jesse has been super hyped about PayPal over the last week or so, even more so. And the entire PayPal craze started right around the end of May. So I want to do some technical analysis for you guys, specifically for my channel members. I'm not doing technical analysis for my main channel. And honestly, my goal is to give you guys as much value as possible because you guys give me $3 a month. So I want to make sure that you guys are apprised of any situations. As I'm learning technical analysis, it's getting easier and easier. And as Jesse says, you're reading the tea leaves. Nothing is guaranteed. Technical analysis is just one tool in your tool shed, and it should be used in coordination with footing, foundations, fundamentals, and as I like to call it, connect the dots that I'm really good at. So I want to give you a technical analysis and explain to you where this play came from and why it's so bullish, because something very, very actually important happened over the last week. Two very, very important things happened over the last week. We crossed the 50-day moving average, we crossed the 100-day moving average, and next we have the 200-day moving average, and followed by that, we're going to try to reach our last high and then the last higher high, so on and so forth. I know everything sounds absolutely Chinese, but I will break it down in a chart right now. I'm going to wear my headphones because I have a lot of static in the background and it's hard for me to concentrate, so please excuse my appearance. I hope you guys as channel members appreciate this, and if you guys are a channel member and you understand this, please feel free to comment and give me your, suggestions or, say if I'm doing it right or wrong. And Jesse, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Thank you very much. Let's get right into the charts. This is the chart right here. This date was May 26th. This is when everybody got super hyped about PayPal. This is when, the play started. And since May 26th, these circles right here denote higher lows. So May 26th, we had around $58. As you can see, the chart went up and then down, up and down, up and down. So it went up, denoting by the arrows, and then it dropped right here to around 62. So we had a run from 59 to 62. From 62, we went all the way up, and then we dropped, and the next low was 65.90. And then we went up, and then we dropped, and the next low was $66. And then we went up. We didn't drop yet, but I'm foreseeing that we might actually get a drop, probably to like 71 or something, maybe 72, and then we're going to go higher. Let's talk about what happened this last week and why it's very, very important, and then where I see the price going from here. You have four main moving averages. You have a 20-day, a 50-day, a 100-day, and a 200-day. The 20-day is immediate short-term bullishness. The 50-day is short-term bullishness. The 100-day is mid-term bullishness. And the 200-day is long-term bullishness. That means that the price of the current asset is stronger than it was the last 20 days, 50 days, 100 days, 200 days. So that's where the bullish signal comes from. The price today is stronger than it was for the last 20 days, 50 days, 100 days, 200 days. It's self-explanatory. You guys can understand why that's very, very important. So what exactly happened and why has Jesse and the PayPal crew been super, super bullish about PayPal? Right here and right here. So on June 21st, PayPal's price actually just crossed the 50-day moving average, which is super bullish for the short term, but it ended up retreating. And then this last week right here, on July 3rd, it crossed again, but then it dropped. And then something right here happened. Right around this last week, July 6th or so, it crossed the 50-day moving average again, which is an extremely good bullish indicator. But this time, it didn't cross the 50 and drop under. It actually crossed the 50 and demolished the 50-day moving average. That's bullish signal number one. Bullish signal number two, the 20-day, which is the immediate short-term bullish, right? 50 is short-term bullish. 20-day is the immediate short-term bullish. It absolutely demolished the 20-day. You see the yellow line is the 20-day, and we crossed the 50. We didn't give anything up, and we just kept going up, 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 and we demolished the 20-day. But even more important, right around here, we ended up passing the 100-day as well. So now we're bullish super short-term, and mid-term. And we didn't end up crossing below this line. This is important. So now you have a resistance line right here. This is the resistance line. And then you see this little square. So currently our price is right around $72. The next bullish signal is $75. I think that we're going to hit $75 very, very soon in the next week to 10 days, which then gets us right above the 200-day moving average. Hence why you have this little guy with the party over here. Once we pass 75 bucks, our next resistance is going to be around $77, which is going to be our last resistance before we started dropping back in April. And the next resistance is going to be our high from March 2023, which is $79. So we're at $72 right now. Our next resistance is going to be $75, followed by $77, followed by $79. Technical analysis does not mean everything. However, in the technicals, we are looking very, very good. And if you've been following the PayPal crew, this is why people are getting super excited. So if you didn't get into PayPal yet, I think you're going to have a chance, and let me explain why. Besides for that, we have something called the RSI. Whenever you have the purple line that crosses the yellow line, this is positive. RSI is relative strength index, while the yellow line is the RSI-based moving average. So whenever you have the relative strength index, which is above the moving average, this is good. So you had it here, you had it here, and you had it here. Now, these are day charts, so you're not going to see it. But I'm going to show you what happened with the RSI, and that's why I think the price might drop to around 71 and then take off again. If you go to the chart instead of day, and you're going to go by hours, then you can see that the actual RSI broke. It went into overbought territory. So anything above 70 RSI is overbought. That's why it's like filled in over here. And it retreated. So it went down. The RSI then went above the moving average. And then the RSI dropped again. And now the RSI is just below this moving average. But now the moving average actually went above the 70 RSI, which means that the moving average in general is super bullish for PayPal. But if you look very, very closely over here, you can see that this line started recovering. So if we go from 1 hour and we go to, let's say, the 5-minute line, you can see that the RSI actually started to recover. So it's very, very important to see what charts you're doing. So before it was a day, then I was doing an hour, and this is 5 minutes. So the RSI dropped down, it started recovering, and now it's back here again, which is again bullish. Now I want to show you some very, very important line right here. This is something called the MACD, okay? And MACD stands for Moving Average Convergence and Divergence. I made it very, very easy for you guys. So I made a note over here what's bullish, and I made a note over here what's bearish. Forget about the bearish. And then I actually highlighted this little guy right here and this little guy right here. All of these charts right here, okay, is your actual MACD. This is your MACD. Everything right here. Your yellow line, right, your blue line, I'm sorry, is the MACD. Your orange line is your signal line. And this is your histogram. When your MACD crosses your signal line, where we had this right here around May 30th, this is a divergence to the trend, which means you became, instead of bearish, you became bullish. And this happened right here in May. It was very, very important. And then you have another bullish signal right here. Whenever the MACD crosses the 0 line, which is this dotted line right here, this is also bullish. And I wrote it down right here if you guys want to read it, or just let me know. And if you want to see what I'm talking about, check this out, guys. Let me hide this. The day that the MACD crosses the signal line is literally 2 days after you had the divergence and the price started going up. Right here is when it became really, really bullish. Guess what? This is the same day that the price momentarily crossed the 50-day moving average. Because of everything that I just said, everything is making sense why people are bullish on PayPal in terms of technicals. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the best when it comes to technicals. All I'm saying is everything is starting to make sense. And based on everything that I see over here, everything is positive for PayPal. This is why, if you go back to Jesse's tweets or some other technical analysis guys, but he's pretty much the only TA guy that I follow, that's why they're super excited as of last week, because the price crossed the 50, kept it above 50, demolished the 20-day, and we just surpassed the 100-day. At the same time, MACD passed the zero line. That's very, very important. Besides for this, I wanted to just explain something when it comes to earnings. Let me show you a chart, actually. This is the actual chart from PayPal, okay? This is PayPal's charts. And I want to go to financials, and I want to go to revenue, and I want to show you something. This is how much transactions we have, okay? This is in 2022, 2021, this is 2020, this is 2019, 18. All of a sudden, this is 2017, okay? We had around $11.4 billion from transactions and $1.69 billion from other value added. This is the revenue, okay? This is in 2017. So in 2017, our revenue was around $13 billion. In 2022, our revenue was $27 billion. Now what I really want to show you something is this. This is the earnings. These are our earnings in 2017, and I'll explain to you why it's very important that I keep saying 2017. We reported $100.90 for earnings. We just had $4.13 per share earnings, okay? More than double of 2017. And projected, we're going to get $4.95, $5.67, and $6.36. We don't care past this because this is when our options are expiring. Now what I would like to do is show you something. Let's go to the overview. And let's go to the price over the last 5 years. Actually, let's go all time. This is where we are right now. This is where we were in 2017. Right around here. So when this whole trend started, the price of PayPal was right where it was in the middle of 2017. Meanwhile, PayPal's revenue or earnings per share is more than double what it was in 2017. But somehow the price of PayPal was the same it was in 2017. As a matter of fact, for the people that are saying, are they late to PayPal? The price of PayPal is literally the same price that it was at the end of 2017. So we are most certainly still early for PayPal. I want to show you guys one more thing. This is a chart for PE, okay? This is PayPal's PE. Back in 2017, let's go a little bit later, right? So PayPal at the end of 2017 was 43 PE, 50 PE, 43, 50. And then it stayed right around this 50 for the next year and a half, 2 years. We are at 30 PE, guys. 30 PE. So, what we have going for PayPal. PayPal is by far a better company today than it was in 2017. PayPal is making a shit ton more revenue. PayPal is making a shit ton more earnings per share. PayPal is rebuying shares like crazy, so there's less dilution. And PayPal is still growing. PayPal's branded and unbranded businesses is still growing. PayPal's PE, which is the respect that Wall Street gives it, price per earning, is at an all-time low, all-time low. If we get to where we were in 2017, this is like a 60% increase from the price today just based on PE, approximately, give or take. The question is PayPal a better company now than it was in 2017? And the answer quite literally is yes. PayPal is not dead. It's not dying. It's still growing. I believe its business grew by 6% and regular branded and unbranded grew like 30%. The whole shtick about PayPal is two things. Number one, the CEO is leaving this year, so we don't know who's going to replace him. So that's one uncertainty that we got to see. And the second thing about PayPal is their unbranded business does not bring in as much revenue as their branded. So although they are growing, they're making less profit for that. However, they still are cash king. And they're one of the few companies that owns their own business in China. They're growing throughout the world, and they're a trusted brand. I think PayPal is still early, but I think we're about to have that rocket ship, especially what's about to happen with the FOMC meeting. Even if they raise rates, I think that it's starting to get priced in, and we believe that this is going to be the last time that they're going to be raising rates. Remember, PPI came in under, CPI came in under, CPI at 3%. If you go to Trueflation, I believe it's like right at 2%. So we have a lot of bullish things happening. We crossed the 50, we crossed the 20, we crossed the 100. We're about to cross the 200. Tomorrow, I will be buying more PayPal. On Friday, I bought another $5,000 of PayPal options, and I was up like 2x on my PayPal. I doubled my money so far. But I'm still going to keep adding to the position. And on Monday, I believe that I will be adding more because for the first time, I actually understand the technical analysis. And I do believe that PayPal is about to take off. I will be buying more PayPal with my man, Palantir Long, who's going to drop like 30K on PayPal. So he said, guys, thank you so much. Let me know if this makes sense to you. Jesse, if you're watching, please let me know what you think about the technical analysis. Am I onto it or not? Have a great day.